Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Tuesday, December 3rd. Let's see what's happening. The heat map just switched over, and it's literally just gray. Everything's gray. The only thing that's doing anything is really Amazon's up and Tesla's down a little bit. So we'll go through that in a few minutes, see how that looks. Let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers. We have a bunch of them bad boys this morning. I hope everybody's doing well. And here we go. Let's take a quick look at our Jolie's jumpers here. And there is a bunch of them. We'll start with AGFY, that Agrify. Oh, let me type it in first. AGFY. Here we go. And this thing was pulling back, like we were saying. The other few days it ran way up there. Now it's coming down. We'll see if it can kind of base up here. But that one is pulling back. It is at 49.50 at the moment. So we'll watch that one for a little pullback right there. AMBA, let's see what that's up to this morning. And that one was running way up there as well, and looks like it's kind of pulling back there. So we'll let that one pull back as well. And let's see, AMBO, let's see what this one's doing. AMBO. Now this one is getting ready. It looked like it ran up a little bit recently, just the other day on the 27th, and this one is trying to get set back up. So we'll keep an eye on that AMBO. That's not a bad one to keep an eye on right there. AOSL. AOSL, let's see what that's up to. That one is run up there. Was that yesterday? Hold on. AOSL. Let's see. That is yesterday's date. Or yeah, yesterday's date right there. And it did run up 42 to 44.90. It's sitting at 41.88. This one could move a little bit more. It's a semiconductor company, so you can keep an eye on that one. Not familiar with that. BCTX. Let's see that bad boy. Bria Cell Therapeutics. We were looking at this before, and now it is moving. So there you go. It ran up yesterday, and today it's at 106, and it came down to 101, but it's back at 105. And again, it could continue its way up to into the 140s right there. BCTX, and I know we were looking at that before. BITO, that's the Bitcoin ProShare ETF, and that is just pulling back as everything crypto is just kind of making more room on the charts so it can get moving again. So BITO, again, just pulling back at 24.53, but it will get set up and get moving. It just kind of came down and is now making room on that chart. It was up at the top, just like Bitcoin, a lot of the big crypto that we'll go through. BLNK, let's see what Blink Charging's up to. 162. It's trying to make its way back up to that 185 area, and or that, hold on, that 160 area, 166, and then it can get to that 185. So it's got to get through that 166 first. It's at 161. 162, and it's trying to get moving up there, so we'll keep an eye on that. BLNK. CRVO, let's see what's up with that one. CRVO, this one did pop up there, it looks like maybe yesterday, and yeah, it did pop up yesterday, 11:30 to 12:83. It's at 10.98 right now, so we'll have to keep an eye on it and see if it wants to pop back up. It's not doing anything yet. CTOR, let's see that bad boy. Citius Oncology, I know we were looking at this, just had earnings, and this one did pop up. CTOR, let's take a look. It ran up yesterday and this morning, 142 to 195 today, and it's at 151. So it already started moving right there. And good old DJT, I'm telling you, this thing's going to get rocking and rolling. It's down 18 cents, but it's getting set up to get moving, guys. So keep an eye on this bad boy, because it's looking really good right there. And DRUG drug, this one's going up. I'm telling you, Bright Minds Biosciences is out of their minds. It's going up, and it's going to get really bullish right around 55. So it's going to go from 46 to 55 and then pop. So I was saying last night, I wish this thing had options, because I would definitely have them, but it does not. DXYZ, this thing's an animal too. I was waiting for it to pull back, but like I was saying last night, it might want to keep running up. It was looking really good last night on my chart, and let's see what it's doing. 43.49. It actually pulled back some, so maybe it will pull back right there. We'll have to see. It's got that mixed look, like it wants to curl up on my chart. It looked like it was going to go nutty. So let me see what it looks like on here. Kind of flattened itself out. And like I said, I would rather see it down here in like the 35, 34 area now. So let's see if we can get a little pullback on that. And then that thing's going to go ripping again, DXYZ. So we definitely want to keep an eye on that. We have been EHGO. Let's look at it. This one looks like it's setting up if it didn't run yet. Let me see. And it did run right there yesterday, 444 to 740. It's back to 378. So basically opened and closed at the same spot and kind of ran. And then, no, wait, hold on. What is going on? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So today it's already, where did it go? I don't even see it today. It just disappeared off the chart. At 379, that would be right. Oh, it's like part of the 20. That's no. Yeah, I guess it's part of the 20. I don't even see it. Every time I come off the thing, it keeps saying that there's a today. But yeah, yesterday, 444 to 740 yesterday and down to 370. And it closed at 370. I knew something wasn't right because I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, something's wrong. And then today, 379 to 380, and its low is 377, and it's sitting at 378. But this one could get moving again. It's just a weird look. I didn't even know where it was today. It was stuck in the 20 and just hiding there. FOSL. So yeah, it could pop off of that again. Fossil Group ran up. That one looks really good. FOSL, at least it did. Let me look at it. And yesterday it did 158 to 261. And today 232 up to 248. Got down to 225. It's at 235 now. And it's not looking terrible right there. That Fossil Group, FOSL. This one has potential, could continue to move. And here comes that Genius, GNS. We were looking at it last night. And I'm telling you, this thing does look pretty good. Let me see what it looks like here. Yesterday it was moving 72 to 94, and today it's at 88, got down to 85. It's just going a little flat as it's curling up on that line, not hitting it yet, but it will be. So keep an eye on that bad boy, GNS, because that one is setting up. I know a couple people are talking about it online. A couple people messaged me about it and I don't usually like them, so we'll keep an eye on them, that bad boy, and see if it does want to get cruising right there. GNS, HOVR, that hover, New Horizon aircraft. This was up, I think, yesterday, maybe last week. Let me see. It was yesterday. It ran up 78 to 97. Today it's at 72. Opened at 71, got up to 72, and now it's at 68. So that's at HOVR. We were looking at that, and that did run up real quick right there. And let's look at HURA because this one did take a nice dip yesterday down to 554. And I still think it's going to be still set up right there. It ran what 662 to 720 and then it's back down to 580 and that's where it's sitting, and this morning it's just sitting at that 580, not doing anything. On FinViz it says 554, so I'm not sure, but on mine it does say it's at 580 right now on today, so we'll see how it opens up. And again, this thing is just getting set up. I think that was just a little pullback, and you're going to see this thing get blasting off HURA, so we'll keep an eye on that. And we got in that nice and early as well. And let's look at HUT, HUT. Let's see what that's up to. That's down a little bit and just kind of pulling back, making room on the chart. So we'll keep an eye on that good old HUT. And JVA, let's see that one. JVA, let's look at it. That one, is that today's date? That's yesterday's date. It ran up 431 to 459 and down to 395. I'll have to see what that's doing. JVA, it's like Coffee Hut or something like that, right? Yeah, Coffee Holding is what it's called. I just took coffee in the last one and mixed them together. Coffee Holding, not Coffee Hut. And yeah, there you go. Again, it is kind of bullish though. That's why I'm looking at both charts right here. It did run up yesterday, had some pullback. I'll have to check that bad boy out today. This one could try to bounce back up a little bit. JYD, Let's see, that took a nice dip right there, JYD. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Yesterday and today, it's at 88 to 78. I'll keep my eye on that because that's a really nice dip for that one. And that'll get set back up. That's a China logistics company. And yeah, that'll get moving again. JYD, KDLY, let's see that. KDLY. Oh, this one's looking really good, guys. KDLY right there it is anyway. It did run up today, 155 to 208. So there you go. That's why it looks so good because it ran up this morning. So there you go. And it's back to 129 right now. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But it did look really good to set up and move. And that's why it did. KITT. Um, We've been looking at this and saying it was going to get moving, KITT. And here we go with this bad boy. That ran up this morning, 155 to 164. You're back to 122. And yesterday it ran up 122 to 149. And we were all over that one. So there you go at KITT. I'll take a look and see if it wants to run some more today. KULR. Let's see that one down 4 cents. It's still up at the top, it looks like. Let's see what it wants to do here. That is today 150 to 152 and down to 137 right now. Its low is 124, so that could be pulling back. And I'll have to take a look at that. And again, it's way in the top there. It's still up there, so we'll have to take a look. And KWE we've been looking at, and this thing has been set up and looking good. And that's that Canadian aerospace and defense one. KWE, and this morning it's at 86. Yesterday, 81 to 91. And right now it's at 86 and still doesn't look bad. So there you go with that one. KWE, and let's just keep on rolling. We have a ton of them. LUNR, Lunar. What's this one going to do? This is another aerospace and defense that we were nice and early on, and this one's pulling back there. We'll see if it wants to roll off and stay up there, but I don't know. It was up there for a little while. MDAI, we were looking at this saying it looked good. It ran up, I believe, yesterday. And it doesn't look too bad today. 196 to 276 yesterday. And today, 221 to 250. It's at 234. So MDAI not looking too bad right there. MOB, let's see what that's doing. MOB is up 28 cents. This one's actually looking pretty good right there. Let me check it out. It's yesterday $2 to 285 and this morning 270 to 287. It's sitting at 269 and it looks like it, I don't know, it could still run up there. It's up at the top, so just be careful, but MOB not looking bad right there. Could have a little more momentum in it. NCTY, let's see, the 9 limited company something, the 9 limited ADR. This one's way at the top as well, up at that $14 area, NCTY, and 14.53 to $16 yesterday. It's not doing anything yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But that could be topping out right there, NCTY. But that had a nice little run. And how about OMEX? Oh, that ran up. Let me see. It looks like it might be down today, but it ran yesterday. Yeah, it ran yesterday, 51 to 86. Pulling back right now. It's at 64, so I'd have to look at that one. But that still has a ton of room to run up, so it could just be pulling back to run again. That PGHL, let's look at it. It's still just pulling back a little bit, and this is why I wanted to keep an eye on it, and we'll get it when it's curling back up and ready to rock and roll. It didn't. It had that bounce look, but didn't want to do it. And so there you go. We'll keep an eye. We'll know when that's going to bounce back up, and it'll be nice. PPBT, Purple Biotech. This is up this morning. It ran up yesterday. PPBT right here. And yesterday it went 363 to 1395, and right now it's at 836. It opened at 964, got up to 1004, and it got down to the 781, and now it's at 836. That's a lot of movement right there on PPBT, and it's that one's at the top, so we have to be careful with that. And let's look at QUBT. That's one of them quantum things, quantum computing. And let's see, this one's trying to curl back up. And again, these things are like way at the top and staying up here. This could get curled back up and try to run back into the top. I'll keep an eye on them bad boys today. And Rivian, this one was pulling back, but it's still setting up. We knew it ran up. It's just pulling back to set up again. So Rivian will get set up again to run relatively soon. RMSG, Real Messenger. This is that crazy one. I looked into it again. I have no idea what's going on with this thing. But it is trying to curl up there. What's it doing today? 165. Yesterday it went 171 to 184, and then it closed at 165. So like I say, as it curls up, it made it'll close lower than the price it was before, but when it gets curled up and we know it's ready, this thing will get moving. So we will try to keep an eye on that. RMSG, RZLV, Resolve. This thing looks like it came out of the bottom. RZLV. Let me see. Yesterday, it looks like it was running 215 to 268, and right now it's at 250. It opened at 246 to 250, and that one, keep an eye on it. Looks like it could be pretty decent right there. SATL, let's see. That one's just pulling back. That was way at the top. And I remember we were looking at this bad boy. It did run up yesterday, 195 to 220. I have a feeling that's going to be topping out right there. SATL. And where else? SER. We looked at this last night. And let's see what's up with this bad boy. Yeah, it ran up yesterday, 507 to 816. It's at 617 or 670 right now, and not moving yet, but keep an eye on that bad boy because it could get cruising again. We were looking at it. SEZL Sezzle. Let's see. That one's pulling back really nice, actually. So we're gonna look for this one because this one had got cruising last time it pulled back big, and it went from like the 200 to the four something, up to like the 470. So we'll keep an eye on that. Sezzle, SEZL, SGHC. Super group. Let's see. It is a super group up there right now. Holy cow, this thing's been running at the top. It almost looks like it would have been like a shell company as a gambling in United Kingdom. Yeah, this thing's wild right here. Yesterday, 642 to 696. It's just been running like crazy though. It's at 657 right now. It could stay at the top, but that one again could be just a momentum play. Shimmick Corp. This one ran way up right there. That might be today too. We might have got a pop on that yesterday and today. 220 to 595 yesterday and $4 to 531 today. And it's sitting at 469 and not looking too bad there. SHIM. SNTI. Let's see that one. That one I did run up big yesterday, and again, I was saying this morning, last night, keep an eye on this if it wanted. It looked like it wanted to continue to move today. $12 to 13.38. It came down to 9.11. It's at 10.14. So you did get some movement on that this morning, and that SOAR that was moving in the after hours yesterday. Let's see what it's doing right now. Good old SOR. And that is 50 cents down to 36. It ran in the after hours 26 to 53, and then it just started to move down. So that one didn't even last past the after hours. SOS. Here we go. We're going to need some help right here. Let's look and see what it's doing. It's a little bit flat. SOS. And it did run up yesterday. It's just sitting there at 1249. Came down to like 11. Oh, no, that's just today's 1240. 1246 came to 1240, or 1249 came to 1246, and just sitting there for SOS. I'd have to look at it. Could pull back, but that one looks like it could set up again. So keep an eye on that bad boy right there. And SOUN, let me take a quick look at that. That's that Soundhound, and this thing has been moving up there, but again, I wouldn't trust this one because it got in the top, it ran up already, and I have a feeling you're going to see it come pulling back sooner than later on SOUN and Sterling Infrastructure, which is STRL. This one's at 194 and pulling back there, it looks like. So There, yeah, that one's going to be pulling back. We'll watch for that setup. So there you go with your Jolie's jumpers this morning. Thank you, Jolie, Asian Jolie. Let's just jump right into our laptop lowdowns real quick and blast through them. ABP, that one is way down there, starting to curl up. So keep an eye on that one right there. It's not doing anything yet this morning, but it's getting really close. So definitely keep an eye on that. That ADTX, I don't know what this thing's up to. 32 to 36. Maybe it's trying to get moving again. This thing has just been flat down here. It did run up that one day on the 25th, but I think you're going to finally start getting moving. I think it is waiting for that 20s coming down. It's at 36 now, 36 and a half, and we're at 35 over 35 and a half. So I think it's going to be getting close. BHIL, that Benson Hill, that was way down in the basement there. BHIL. And this one did pop up yesterday, 380, or it ran up on Friday, 379 to 388. Where it closed, 382, and then it opened up 380 yesterday. It's not doing anything yet. We'll have to keep an eye on it, but that's still in the basement setting up, so just bouncing around. CMBT, let's look at that bad boy. That's up 7 cents right there. And let me see, CMBT, this thing is going to be getting set up as well. That is down there getting set up. CMB Tech, CRKN, we've been looking at it and it's way down there in the bottom and it's trying to get set up there. So we'll keep an eye on this one. We looked at it at night and it's not looking too bad to try to get set up soon. And CETX, I said last night it was getting set up. And here we go. It's up, it looks like this morning, possibly. Let me take a look at it. CETX 318 to 315. Yesterday it ran 325 to 330. But yeah, it looks like it's trying to set up. It still shows yesterday's date on FinViz. It looked like it was today, but that one is trying to get set up there. CETX. So we'll keep an eye on that too. CTGO. Let's look at that bad boy. That's way down there. Whoa, that's going to be a good. That's a good one to keep an eye on. That's just has yesterday's date, but I'll keep an eye on that bad boy. That'll be a good one. IMPP, Imperial Petroleum, is way down there too. So this one could be a good one. IMPP. Yesterday it went from 336 to 349 down to 294. It's at 303. So we'll keep an eye on that dip right there. Onco, ONCO. This one was starting to get set up here. Let me see what it's doing. Um, yeah, just kind of crossing through. Your 20s up here at 155. So we'll keep an eye on it and see if it can get moving up here. I think it's still trying to get set up and wait for these to line up right there at the right spot. So I'm not so sure it will run yet, but I'll keep an eye on it and look and see what it wants to do. OTLK, we were looking at this outlook and it's way down there. Let me see what it's doing today. OTLK. It is sitting there at $2, went to 201, and that's where it's at. Yesterday, $2 to 242. And this one, like I said, had a huge dip and could get set up to get moving. So OTLK, we'll keep an eye on that for when it wants to move. PGHL, we looked at it already and it wasn't doing anything. It was just pulling back. It's down a penny or so today. RGTI, let's see, that one was way up there. And yeah, I think that topped out yesterday and this morning, 312 to 323, and it's at in the twos now, 298. And SOWG, that's so good. And this one's going to be so good real soon. It's SOWG is curling up. It's right about there. Yesterday, 355 to 356, down to 338. And again, they'll bounce around, but this one's getting set up and trying to curl through. So we'll see. That 20's way up there at like six something. So we'll see how that one wants to react. And there you go at your laptop lowdowns. Thank you for them bad boys, Laptop Travel. Let me go ahead and look. The heat map's just been kind of flat. Microsoft's down, Tesla's down, and the rest are kind of flat. So let's just go through and look at our big caps right here and see what's going on. Our SPY is up 30 cents to 603.93 and not looking bad. So let's go through and see what they're doing. NVIDIA is down 2 cents. So again, they're just kind of flat getting set up, not doing a whole lot right there. But yeah, it's getting ready to rock and roll in the video. Like I said, that one's setting up. Apple, that's been running. It's up 57 cents more, getting into the top. That's a beauty. Watch for that resistance at that 242 right there on Apple AAPL. And that one is looking good. So it's like I said, it's gonna get up to that resistance right there, and then it's gonna trade in that channel probably, but it is looking really nice right there, and setting up to blast off some more. So that's Apple. Let's look at what's the next one there. Google real quick is up 2 cents, and this one is trying to get set up as well. Amazon, this was up yesterday. It's up 32 cents and it's curling through, and I'm telling you, Amazon's going to get rolling. And it might just be a little pullback day or slower day, it looks like, but that's just how it looks right now. We know that that can change pretty fast. Meta's up 50 cents, and it had that huge run yesterday, and it's going to continue to get up to that 600 and then 620. So that is META Meta. And Microsoft was moving yesterday, and I was surprised. It's pulled back like $1, and we'll see how that wants to react. Like I said, I was kind of surprised it did jump up that quick yesterday, but it was setting up there, and it is setting up to be super bullish really soon. And Tesla, that one was down, and it is down 294, and it doesn't look like it wants to make that hard curl up just yet, but that could change as well. So there you go at your Mag 7. And again, it's kind of just flat. They're not doing a whole lot. And Microsoft's down. We just went through them. Tesla's down, Apple's up, and the rest are kind of just flat right there. Let me see what's going on the scanners, because I believe the Cheetah went nutty this morning. We weren't looking at it last night, but it went crazy this morning. It closed last night at 187. It opened at 521 and ran up to 930 this morning. I think it got even higher than that if I saw it correctly. 930. Okay, 223 to 930, and that Cheetah went wild. So that's one that we had been looking at, and it just Cheetah went crazy right there. We were looking at the line. I bet you know how they'll follow each other. Not even related, but that line was getting set up, and LGHL, it's just pulling back at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, the Cheetah CTNT went nutty right there, and that's an auto and truck dealership, and not sure what even happened, but they had to have had some kind of news. They signed a definitive agreement to acquire TW and EW, whatever the heck they are. I'm not even sure what the heck that is, but that's what they did, and it went flying there. So that's the Cheetah went nutty, and hold on, let me get back into here. And here we go. What's that? That Treasures Global. We were looking at that. That's down. Shim's up. What's this? UOKA. That's trying to move right there. SMCI, that one's getting cruising right there. Nothing, I mean, basically everything we already looked at. Let me look and see what the messages say. See if you guys want to see anything this morning. SMCI, let's see what it's doing. We are just saying that, Luis Rodriguez, and there you go. SMCI. That's up $1.86 and still moving this morning. So there you go with that. That's a cruiser right there, SMCI, but just be careful. It did run way up there, 44.92 and got up to 45.88. So, and it's sitting at 43.80 right now. So SMCI did get cruising right there. That was a beauty. High of 46 in the pre-market. I was just looking, what it say? Yeah, you could. It says 45.88, but you're probably right there. And yeah, SMCI, it was a cruiser right there. Let me see. Is there anything else? PLTR, SERV. Let's look at PLTR real quick and see what that's doing. Again, that one's dangerous up there, and it just keeps running up. It looks like it's trying to curl up and go down at the same time. Let me look at it and see what it's doing right here. You might have a little pullback on it. I would be careful with it. I'm telling you, it's got to pull back sooner than later. And yeah, I would be really careful chasing that bad boy. SERV, that Serve Robotics. That looks like it could be trying to get moving there. SERV, it was moving yesterday, 881 to 970. This morning, 923 to 936. It's at 920, and it could move a little bit more right there. MTEM, let's look at that one. That one is curled up right there, looking pretty good, I would say. At least yesterday it did. 37 to 45 today, 41 to 43, and not looking bad right there for MTEM. HSCS, let's see what that's up to real quick. Heart Sciences is running up right there. Let me see if that's today or yesterday. That was yesterday. We were looking at it, and it doesn't show me it doing anything yet, but yesterday it did run up about $1. So you can keep an eye on that for a little momentum. AMC is pulling back just a hair. We'll see what's happening as like I said, it could be a little setup pullback day. And right now, 498 to $5. It got down to 494, but it's still sitting at that five. But it was pulling back there. And RGTI, I think, is going to be pulling back right there. Um, I mean, could it stay up at the top? It could, but I'm not so sure. It looks like yesterday it could have topped out there at that 366, and you're sitting at 297 right now. So that could be pulling back at the moment right there, RGTI. And there you go with them bad boy. As HSCSs, I'm not, it's not telling me anything anyway, so I just have yesterday's date there, so I'm not sure what that bad boy's doing, and I don't have the Weeble up to even look. So, yeah, I'm not sure what that's doing this morning. But there you go, and there's a few more of them bad boys. And let me go ahead and look at the crypto real quick, and we got everything else going. So here we go. Let me see what crypto's doing this morning. I was looking at it; it was a little bit down. Bitcoin's down to 94,700, and let's just look at it. It could pull back, but it's still keeping itself steady right there. So we'll have to keep an eye on it because it has that like hard dip look. But if it doesn't do a hard dip, it's obviously making a base at these 90s, and it's going to really get cruising when it comes off of it. So Ethereum's at 3,600 right now, and let me just take a quick look at that because that one was trying to still move up. It is pulling back. It's hitting a line right now, and it's hitting again. It's the 10 and the 30. So the SMA is definitely changed around. It's hitting the 10, and we'll see if it can hold itself up. That sounds so crazy hitting the 10. That's pretty fast, and that's how quick they move. Ripple's at 273 right here, and Ripple is could be trying to pull back. Maybe it runs up a little bit more. We could see a little bit of pullback right here on these big guys. Cardano's been running up this morning. That one was up like 18 cents. We were looking at last night, and it's at 126 right now. It ran way up there, and it still looks pretty solid. So Cardano is running ADA. So that one's been popping up. Doge is at 41 and a half right now. And that one looks like it wants to pull back. But again, if it makes that base right here, and it looks like it's trying to, Doge isn't going to see under this area for a while. So we'll keep an eye on that. That chain link's at 2477 right there. And yeah, that XYO is way up there. XYO is just took off. It went up over like 200% again. And it is cruising, so keep an eye on that bad boy because it's just flying up there. XYO, like I said, it got up to like 3 cents. It went from 1 cent to 3 cents. That's a hell of a jump right there. So, that one is moving. Let's look at that WIF and see what that's up to. That's at 315. That's up again. And like we were saying, it was hitting that line yesterday. Oh yeah, that thing's gonna get cruising again, guys. It's just getting set back up, getting set up again, and it will get cruising. Bonk is just kind of sitting right there. And again, these things I think are trying to make a little base down here and making room on the chart. So they have that hard pullback look, and they're not really pulling back that hard, which is a beautiful thing. So they're trying to make that base, and once they do that, then it's like really on. So yeah, XYO up, XYO is way up there, and VRA, let's see what that's up to right here. VRA, let's see. Vera Bradley. This one was moving yesterday, 582 to 599. I don't have it doing anything yet, but it was running up and it could keep that momentum. Doesn't look like much in its room. 620 area has some resistance, so keep an eye on that. VRA not looking bad right there. And boom, there we go. I would say I think we covered everything. Let me just jump into the stock twits, see what's going on real quick. If anything's happening over here. Just a lot of crypto, Jasmy, Ripple, XYO, SNTI's down, shipping, Matic, Vet, Joby's. Let's look at Joby real quick. What's that up to? We were looking at the other day. It ran up. It looks like it's trying to curl back up, but I would be, yeah, it does look like it's trying to curl up. Just be careful with that. And CRO and is another coin, crypto, and LPA, Logistic Properties of America. This one had popped up there. LPA. It did run up yesterday, 763 to 1585, and it's down to 1050 right now. So there you go with that bad boy. And yeah, I would say we saw everything. And like I said, the cheetah did run pretty far today. It went a little nutty this morning. So I honestly woke up and thought it reverse split, and then when I looked at the chart, I said, "Holy cow, that thing just went nuts!" So that was the cheetah. The cheetah took off, and there you go, guys. I would say that's a good pre-market. Things are Amazon's up, Tesla's down a little, Apple's up a little, and everything else is a little flat, but not looking bad. And the SPY is still up 41 cents now and looking decent. And I'm telling you, it's going to run up. You're going to have a little pullback maybe this week somewhat. Nothing too crazy because you can see it's going to hit that resistance, have to pull back as it's setting up. And I'm telling you, these things are getting so bullish. It's wild. And we'll just keep crushing all of our options and everything. So I'll let you know it looks really good today. What's that AMD doing? That's up another $1.63 right there. So that's moving. And that was a beauty. So there you go, everyone. Thank you for hanging out for pre-market. Laptop travel. Thank you for your laptop lowdowns. And Asian Joe Lee for the Jolie's jumpers. W. Eileen, Louis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Irish Lucky, and Miss Magdonian, and Quid, Bong Pre-Chan, Steve Stinson, how are you this morning? Jace, Kratz, Jonathan, Keys 41, Brandon, Christian, Mad 3 Money, somebody, and Bend Over, and Chef Saucy. How are you guys this morning? Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And again, let me know if you want to see anything. I'll be checking things out, obviously, keeping my eye on crypto. Like I said, it looks like it has a hard pullback look, but they're keeping themselves stable, and that's a beautiful thing because them things are going to run like maniacs. And even if they pull back a little bit, you just get better pricing for them to run like maniacs. So you see what's going on with crypto, and the markets are moving. We're hitting all the options. I'll keep you posted. So there you go. Have a great day. Lock in those profits. Trade smart, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day, everybody, and see you guys later.